What advice would you give somebody that wants to start a podcast and they're nervous to do it?
Just do it. Just do it. Literally. Once you start doing it, once you find that rhythm, there's nothing that's going to be able to stop you. So I would say just do it. Like if you're thinking about doing something, just do it. The worst thing can happen is it fails. But and then in the back of your mind, you're not thinking like, oh, what if I would have started a podcast? What if I would have did this? No matter what it is that you want to do, I would say just jump off the porch and do it. That's what I would say. I feel like that would be my message to them.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people just think about certain things, and for me, I was the same way. It was the thought in the back of my head. But once you start doing it, if you fall in love with it, it's like nothing can stop you. It's just like a train that can't be stopped. I would say just keep pushing, and just jump off the porch and do it. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Keys to Success. Today, I have a very special guest on here with me. He's been with me through episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3. Now he's starring on episode 4. Really good friend of mine, really good mentor. Been teaching me so much in this game. With no further ado, my guy, Angel.
What's good with you?
What's going on with you, brother? Introduce yourself to the people, for people who don't know you.
So it's Angel Polanco. I'm one of the co-owners of Conversation Studios, and this is where we do our work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We definitely, my family, Keys to Success family, definitely appreciate you for everything you do. I like to start off my podcast one way every single time. Quick question for you. Give me 5 things that you are most grateful for today.
Ooh, good question. So, first and foremost, I'm most grateful just waking up for another opportunity, waking up to my kids in the morning, and being able to have the health, to keep pushing and keep doing my thing, so God's definitely blessed me with that. My wife, and just all the support that goes on, every day. My business, my business partners, family, all of that, man. I'm incredibly grateful for all of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely named a bunch of things to be grateful for. I feel like a lot of people always kind of skip over those things and kind of, especially entrepreneurs and people like yourself who just, it's so fast. Like they just keep on going and you don't really, get the time to kind of relax and realize what we're really grateful for. So definitely appreciate you for that.
I think the key in that is being grateful, So like, I'm grateful for you being here right now and us having this conversation. So, thank you for that.
My guy. Today is going to be a little bit different, y'all, but we want to keep these, regular things.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna have to show you.
I'm always in the back seat. I'm seeing you do your thing, but you're talking. I don't know. I gotta see what's behind these cars. Like you gotta catch me, and I'm gonna let you know if it's legit.
But all right, do me a favor. Pick a deck, right or left.
All right, we're gonna go left.
You're gonna go left.
Yeah.
All right, smooth. So there we are, right here. Do me a favor. I'll let you do it. So. Mix up the cards facing down just like this. Just mix it up before you.
This real quick. Get a real shuffle.
You're good. Just don't pick that one. That'll be easy.
Nah.
You did it?
Right.
You got that? Yep. All right. So we're going. Is that the card we're going with?
Yep.
All right. Do me one favor before anything. Do me a favor. Look at the card. Don't show me, but show the people. Just let me know when you're done.
Got it.
You good?
Yep.
Facing down, not facing up,
facing
right?
Down. Facing down.
So just like this, just like how you mixed the last one, mix this one. All the way good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, bet. Before I fully look at them, you know how to shuffle decks?
Yeah.
All right, before I fully look at them, do me a favor and just shuffle this up for me.
Yeah.
Damn. Pretty much a brand new deck.
All right, and we need a brand new deck. Oh.
I want to learn how to do that. I still don't know how to do that. Mix it up. Make sure you mix it up.
Make sure we mixing this thing up right.
That I'm not making no mistakes.
Oh, that was One more time. One more game for the last one.
For the last one. Yep.
There you go.
We good? Bam. All right, bet. Let me see. All right, while I'm looking for the card, I got a riddle for you.
Talk to me.
All right, so there's a guy. Have you heard this one? There's a father and a son traveling. All right. There's a father and a son. He's traveling. They're about to go on a camping trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pouring raining outside. The car starts to move crazy. Dad loses control. He crashed. Very bad crash. Both in critical condition. Ambulance comes, takes the young boy to the hospital. Both of them, dad and son, is both in critical condition. Brings him to the operating room. The doctor comes to the room and says, I can't operate on him. He's my son. Who is the doctor?
Sounds like the grandfather.
Nope.
So let me get this story right.
Go ahead.
The father and the son get in a car accident.
Correct.
And they both go to the hospital.
Correct.
They're both in critical condition.
Correct.
And the doctor says, I can't operate on him because
Talking about the son.
That's my son.
Talking about the son.
Talking about the son. That is so the riddle is to me is that he's the father. And yeah, that's over my head, man. It's a good question. Talk to me. Which one is it?
So a lot of people always just assume the doctor is a man.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. It's the mom. It's the mom. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't catch that.
Everyone always puts it to something, the stepdad, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
It's the mom.
Yeah,
the
mom.
Yeah, it's the mom.
Okay.
Moms can be doctors too.
Yeah,
Moms
absolutely.
Can be doctors too.
Yeah. I have 4 daughters.
There you go. One of them could be a doctor.
One of them. How didn't I see that?
Right. So, all right, so ready? Here we are. Tell me when to stop. Right now, we're just gonna eliminate the cards.
Stop.
Good, all right, again.
Stop.
Cool. One more time. This is gonna split the deck.
Stop.
Give me a deck, right or left?
Left.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Give me a number 1 through 15.
15.
15. Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
God. All right, so that's 15. As you can see, all these cards are different.
Yo.
That's the one.
He got it. He got it. Yeah, there's no cap over here. You did it.
Right, just like that. That one's up. That one's up. So we got the riddle and we got the card tricks.
Yeah.
Nice little start.
You're coming with heat today.
Nice little start.
I love that.
Nice
I
little
love that. It's amazing. Yeah.
My guy. But like we said, switch it up a little.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got some questions for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what is something that we don't know about Marquise? What is a fun fact?
A fun fact that we don't know about Marquise. Jeez, I feel like I'm such an open book. Well, I have 16 siblings.
16
I
siblings.
come from a very big family.
Wow.
Yeah. Altogether, I have 16 siblings from mom, dads. So yeah, 16 siblings, 16 people that call me brother.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty fun
That's
fact.
Dope. That's a really good fact right there. So I'm glad I asked you that question.
Facts.
Yeah.
My question to you would be, dang, that was a fun question, man. I should have had a fun question for you. So I know that you moved here at a very young age.
Yeah.
You moved here.
Yep.
You moved here from New York, correct?
New York, yeah. So I was born out in New York.
Yep.
And my mom came over here young. When I was a young age, I was like 3-4 years old. And we've been here ever since. I've been in Providence ever since.
There you go. How was that transition from your family?
So I got a small family over here, but we're close knit. You know, one of my family members is actually my business partner, Raul, right here. So we grew up like brothers, you know, and we got a lot of family out in New York.
Gotcha.
You know, but we got friends out here that it just blends in like family.
There
You
you
know,
go. Yeah. Yeah.
meeting amazing people like you along
Come
the
on,
way
man.
that
Come
become
on, man.
fan. You know,
Pleasure. Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. I like that. um, I know you said Raul's like family. How is it? Oh well, he is family.
He is family. Yeah,
He's like your brother though.
yeah, yeah.
Essentially. How is going in business with?
Oh, it couldn't be any better.
Yeah.
Where one person lacks, the other one is covering. So it's perfect chemistry.
Amazing.
For sure.
Amazing.
For sure. All right. So yeah. So next question, right here. Let's see. I'm gonna pull out the phone real quick.
Yeah.
So tell me, what inspired you for doing a podcast?
Honestly, it's not even that hard. Like, what inspired me the most was just looking around, seeing the young generation coming up right now. I looked at it as like me, in a sense, like when I was growing up and things of that nature, just not having too many positive influences. And when I say like positive influences, I mean like people like yourself, people like Kimani, people like Bruce, people like Michelle, people like those people, positive influences. So when seeing them and then seeing what everyone calls a YN nowadays and things of that nature, is a bunch of kids who just don't have that guidance. So just trying to create a platform that's gonna give them that guidance, and someone who's hip. Like, I'm not like an older guy. I'm not like someone who is. I'm around their age, so I just went through what they were going through type situation. And I feel like for me, I've never been like a street guy or anything like that. I've always been street smart. I grew up like in the streets type situation, but I always knew how to separate myself. And just knowing that and knowing myself, I knew I was gonna be able to come on here and be myself and be able to communicate with anyone who sits in front of me. So using that gift that God gave me, creating a platform, it was like a no-brainer for me. So the inspiration definitely came from like the youth, essentially. That's what I would say. My guy.
Amazing.
I know you had the grocery store before. We was talking about that.
Yeah.
Explain that. How was that experience?
So I had a bodega. I had a bodega when I was 20 years old with another partner of mine, Elvis. He's like my brother, and we ended up coming across an opportunity to buy a bodega, a corner store. His uncle was selling it.
Gotcha.
And we ended up talking about it. He knew the in and outs of the business, and I told him, I'm down, I'll invest, and we made it happen. So pretty fun.
What do you think the bodega taught you about yourself that nothing else in this world could have?
Patience. Because you get all different type of people that come into the bodega. You got the 9 to 5, you got the young, you got the older, and every one of them communicate differently. You got the Gen Zs to the millennials, and
right.
You gotta just, in that process, you gotta understand them from their point of view and their walks of life.
I like that. Fine. What do you have for me next?
Let's see. So what's the message that you want people to feel when they come and they listen to your podcast?
So as like a viewer, correct?
As a viewer, yeah.
The message is just to be inspired. So like a lot of the people who I want to see it is the youth. Like I said, I get inspired by the youth. So just to feel inspired, to feel like, okay, if Angel can do it, I can do it type situation. A lot of people think of that as a bad thing, like, oh, he's just lazing him. That's what they say nowadays. He's just riding him. No, it's just motivation. Feel inspired. Like, I want people to change their mindset. Like, a lot of people say, oh, like, I have big dreams, I have high dreams, like, but a lot of people just think of them as dreams and not reality. So just trying to turn the mindset of, oh, okay, yeah, if he can do it, I can do it type situation. So the message, what I would say, is to inspire the youth, inspire like the young kids that's growing up nowadays, and young adults, people who feel lost, like what am I gonna do next? Like, not saying like it's an easy thing, but you can pick up a mic and a camera and start your own podcast, right? So like, and the reason why I wanted to start it the way I'm starting it, not fully like, I don't know anything about this. The way I speak is a certain way, like as of right now, but everyone who's watching right now is gonna see the growth and see it. So I could have started it months like down the line and finally posting like the first video months down the line, but and then they're not gonna see the real. I want them to see the real and just feel it. You know what I'm saying? So like even when I sit here and talk to other people, I want them to just speak their mind. However, I don't want them to fix their questions and then no, whatever first thing that comes on your head, say it, because I want it to be authentic. Like I want them to feel like, yo, if Keith can do it, I can do it. So that's really the message. Like if he can do it, I can do it. I want them to be able to really feel it. It's not going to be easy. And that's what the guests explain, like, yeah, this is hard, right? But it can happen. You can see it, you can believe it. It can happen. Just make it happen. So yeah, so that's the message. Honestly, just be
That's
inspired.
a beautiful message.
Yeah,
I love that. It really resonates with me.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. I want it to resonate with everyone that comes on here, or every viewer that comes in and just gets to watch it. Type situation.
Yeah.
Making the transition from did you after the grocery store, what was next?
So after the grocery store, I took a little break, and I got a 9-to-5.
Gotcha.
You know, I actually still work for the company right now, so I'm a supervisor in at Aspen Aerogel.
Okay.
You know, and once I found out, so in that process, you know, me and my business partner right now, we decided that we was gonna get into business with each other. We decided that we was gonna work hard for something for our families, you know, and in that process, this is how, you know, we came about this product, right? This business.
There you go. I like that. That's dope. Just to kind of piggyback off of your question, what like inspired you to open up a business like this?
So the story's funny. So it started off me and my business partners, right? It's me, Rod, Los.
Okay.
And we decided we was gonna get into business with each other, and we was like, all right, cool. What is it that we're gonna do? We started bringing up ideas, and one of the ideas was actually a 3D jewelry company. Yeah, so we had everything laid out. We actually bought this software that costs a decent amount, right? To add to exactly what we needed to do.
Fire.
And we realized that, you know, me having a big family and every one of them having also a family, we can't just do it out of our house. We need to find a spot, really hone in on our craft and away from any distractions.
Yep.
So we started looking for a spot, and we came across this one right here where we're located at right now, 11 Auburn. And yeah, it had 2 spaces, right? We was like, all right, we don't need both spaces. We only need 1 space. What are we gonna do with the other space?
Yeah.
It was like, all right, yo, you know what? Why don't we do a podcast? We've been talking about we're gonna do a podcast. Let's just do a podcast. And it was like, all right, cool. Let's lock in. Let's do that first. Let's get our podcast.
Yep.
And then we could do, you know, the 3D jewelry. So in the process, yo, it's not cookie cutter, you know. Right, you got cameras involved, you got lighting, you got audio, you got feng shui, you have all of these things, and you know, it's all different parts. It's tedious. It takes a lot of your time, and it's an investment. So after we started doing this, we was just like, man, how is anybody, like, I'm already losing the want to do a podcast. And then we was like, yo, hold up, man. Like, nah, this right here, we could make this and customize it for clients because they don't want to do this. They don't want to go through. Not everybody wants to, learn about cameras. Not everybody wants to learn about audio. They just want to come and sit down and talk their talk. When we're talking about entrepreneurs, when we're talking about this is where you are able to express yourself, express your craft,
Right.
and leave it all here. You don't want to get into, sometimes you don't want to do all the extra stuff,
No, I definitely understand where you're coming from. You talk about having business partners. How hard was it finding the right business partners?
It wasn't, we weren't looking for it. It's just when we decided, it would just became a perfect chemistry. It was like, it wasn't something that we was looking to do, but then you realize like you're stronger than just one. As you try and do it all on your own, man, you're exhausted. You're mentally spent.
Yeah.
You need help. You need to work with each other. It's about building a strong core work environment, a strong core team to really just try and take it to the next level.
I respect that. That's pretty cool. Like, and it's crazy that you say, not crazy. I'm trying to get that word out of this because I was watching a podcast and he was just talking about how crazy means like outlandish. Like,
No, I know. But you want to watch your words.
Yeah, exactly. But what I would say is you find there's so much relief once you really start tapping in with other people, especially for me.
Absolutely.
For me, I recently got a social media manager and also a business manager. Someone
Beautiful.
who is going to two different people who's going to take over the social media page and then who's going to take over the business aspect of things, just trying to turn this thing into a nonprofit and things of that nature. But me doing that, it felt like relieving. Like it feels like, oof, all right, now I could really just focus on the content, right? Getting great content for the people and really focus on the message type situation. So definitely feels good. Feels good.
And it wasn't like you came across, like you wasn't looking for it, right? It just came to you.
Came to me.
So that's amazing.
Yeah, just came to me. Came to me. And it's family too. So like that
it's
makes it
family.
It makes it
that makes it so much easier for sure.
Oh my gosh, it makes it so much easier.
That's amazing.
So much easier. Oh yeah. Next, what you got for me?
Yeah, let's go. So what's been the biggest? I'm gonna start that over.
There you go.
So what's been the biggest hurdle that you have to overcome on this podcast journey?
It gets lonely. A lot of people like talk about how when you're doing something that you really love, how lonely it gets. It gets lonely because some people don't understand like the time and effort that you really have to put into it. So I'm someone who, I don't work at 9 to 5. I work at 8 to 8, like 8 in the morning to 8 at night. So like, and then like you have your friends who still want to see you, like day ones, right? Like people you love, like brothers, but everyone was like, oh yeah, 100%, like I'm 100% down. But then they get mad at you when you can't chill, when you can't hang out. And I've never been someone to really go out and party, and like I've never been that person, right? I do it for special occasions, but I've always been a family oriented person. So like if we're connected, you're like my brother type situation. So realizing that you can't, like I can't chill with you every day and still focus on the podcast. It don't make sense. Like my mind's not gonna be on the podcast. This right here is just like I'm so passionate about it. Like so I don't know if people understand how passionate I am about it.
I see it.
So
I see it in you.
Thank you. And so that just makes it kind of hard for other people to understand. Like, dang, what he thinks he's too big for me. You get what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. So, and I'm not the type to try to read a book, or cause I feel like that's gonna put a lot of stress on me. If you have a situation or anything, if you feel some type of way, we can have a grown man conversation. But I feel like the biggest hurdle is it definitely gets lonely because a lot of people, it's just you. And for me, it's just me and my family. Like my mom's super supportive. My girlfriend's super supportive.
Amazing.
So like that it helps. But like when you talk about friends, people besides your parents, besides your blood, like people that you grew up with, it just gets lonely. You can't really be there for them the way you want to, because there's people that goes through things too. But like to try to put their burdens on you on top of everything you got going on, it just overlaps and it starts to be crazy. So I feel like the biggest hurdle is how lonely it gets, because I'm used to like a group of people. I'm used to my guys.
Yeah.
So just not to be around them, that gets tough. But this goal, like the goal for it is to put everyone in position so that we are around each other, but we're doing stuff super productive for the community, for the youth, right? And we all have the same mindset. So I feel like that was also tough, like kind of separating myself from my friend group, because I feel like we all are on the same goal, but when we was trying to do it together, it wasn't working. So you just got to figure out how to make it work. And I feel like I am like, and I don't feel like it's cockiness, but I feel like I'm a special breed. Like God did put
you're driven.
I'm driven. I'm driven. I do feel like they're driven, but I feel like they look up to me to make decisions too. So like it's like that's also another thing that's on.
But this is what you're doing.
Right.
You're actually leading by example, and you're bringing them to rise in the occasion as well. So they're right now they're not there with you, but if they're forward thinking like you, if they have the drive, then they're going to reach you right there and be alongside, and you guys will be the same, same if not stronger. Yes,
sir.
That's beautiful.
I respect it. But yeah, that's the hardest thing inside this thing. It gets lonely for sure.
And if they aren't, it's only because you outgrew them at the same time, and it's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow, but that's not what the goal is. The goal is for them to be exactly where you want them to be there with you. So no, I mean I see it. I see the drive, man, and that's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was deep. All right. Let's see. All right, shoot. I have my guy Rosin. I need to do a couple edits. All right, I got it ready. What conversations have you heard inside this room that kind of moved you? Or moved you the most, I would say?
I don't think I have one specific one. I do remember feeling, though, inspired more than anything. So the specifics of the words, it's not coming to mind right now. Yeah. More that the individuals that are doing the podcast, they inspire and they move me while they're doing it, because I see them through their journey. Yeah. Even watching you inspire me, because I'm watching you go through the process. I'm watching you ask these questions, and every time you are just getting better and better and executing. So proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
For sure.
I appreciate it. That's all literally just me getting the knowledge from you. I'm asking you questions, and that the answers that the answers you're giving me, it definitely helps. I'm just trying to put those into play, but definitely, from the first one to now, it's like, it's definitely a little bit more structured. Sharpens iron. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Iron
so, let's go.
Let's do it. And I'm excited. I can't wait for, what you have in store.
The future is to come, we got a lot of beautiful things going on, for sure.
Do you feel like this process, you watching these podcasts and things of that nature, is helping you build, your podcast?
Definitely. I'm able to just see things and pick up on things that the things I would do, the things I won't do. Just you kind of just, everybody's so unique that I don't want to take anything from anybody, but it makes me want to be my authentic self even more, even deeper, because you got all different type of walks of life that are coming in here, and it's a no judgment zone. It's more just understanding them and seeing them, and them living their authentic life inspires me for being and living my authentic life as well.
Fire. I like that. Shit turn. What you got? Man, what you got?
All right, what I got? All right, so yeah, Marquise, man. So what keeps you going through this journey?
What keeps me going? Honestly, I would say like the end goal, like just seeing what the future has in store for me. That's what keeps me going. Cause I can't say like motivation, cause you're not motivated every day to do this job. You're not motivated every day to do this, but just knowing the end goal and things of that nature keeps the structure there. I feel like without the structure, you're not gonna have anything. You gotta make sure the base is set and things of that nature. But yeah, what keeps me going, I would say, just knowing the end goal, um, and then the people, my community, like the people around me, people telling me, yo, just keep going, even if it's not that many people. 2 or 3 people is enough.
Absolutely.
DMs.
If you can inspire one person, that's everything.
That's my goal. Every single podcast that I drop is just inspire one person. That's the way I want to start it. Just inspire one person and get up and keep going. And people who text me and say, yo, like Keith, like just keep going. This is dope. Like just keep going. So definitely my community and then the end goal, just kind of, I don't want to see too far ahead, but just to be able to, like, there's dreams that I have where I'm sitting here and I'm talking to like Jay Shetty, I'm sitting here talking to Vic Blends, and I always say them to people because those are the people I watch all the time. So like it'd be like lucid dreaming. Like I'd be like, damn, I know I'm dreaming right now, but this shit feels so real. Like so little stuff like that, just that keeps me going. Like I wake up and I'm just ready to go, and that's kind of what brings the motivation into it. But yeah, that, and then that right there, talking to them, and then just the end goal, that's always a plus. And like I said from the beginning, and it's crazy because I have a lot of conversations bumping into people randomly, and it's connecting me to what I'm looking to do and where the audience I'm trying to get. So for instance, the other day I just randomly decided to take myself out to eat, and I'm like, all right, where should I go? I look it up, and there's a bunch of different places. I end up going to hours, and long story short, I end up bumping into a busboy who's bussing over there, but he's also a good friend of my sister's. My brother's. So me and him just start talking. Now, come to find out, he started his own nonprofit, and he has like a bunch of youth who's underneath him. And my goal is to touch those type of kids, touch the youth, and inspire them. So me and him start talking. He's like, bro, like just come Tuesday, 6:00, like just come. So I'm like, what the heck? Just for me going out to eat and just talking and wanting to see this guy. Now we're talking, now out of nowhere he has a nonprofit, little stuff like that. And then today I wasn't supposed to work. I ended up going into work and bumping into a gentleman that I knew from like back in the day, but me and him were just talking, and now he's a teacher at a what kind of school? Kind of like a group home in a way, but like it's a school. So some of the kids stay, some of the kids go home. But I showed him what I'm doing. The thing, like, he's like, bro, he's the youth coordinator for that. So just being able to connect that, things of that nature, just little stuff like that. And I wasn't supposed to work today, and I got called in. He wasn't supposed to. He bought his car in Exeter. He came to this one because that's the only spot where we had his apart for his car. So he lives in Plymouth. So it's like he bought an Exeter, lives in Plymouth, and picked it up in Warwick. And me and him just started having that conversation. He's like, bro, this is what I do on a regular. I have to bring this, like what you're doing here, I have to bring it to my coordinator, and that, like, he's the head of it. So just little stuff like that definitely, keeps me going, because it's showing me, like, God's showing me, like, bro, you're on the right path. Just keep going. I'm gonna keep putting people in your path. It's up to you to see it. So yeah, definitely. That's kind of what keeps me motivated.
That's really good, man. That's exciting. Yeah. That's exciting.
Let's see.
There's a book actually that it was one of the books that inspired me too. It's called The Alchemist.
Okay.
And it's something like your story where he the young man is looking for his purpose. And he comes across a few things along his path, and I don't want to spoil the book, but in that book, it's one of the key things that I really took out of it was paying attention to your good signs and your bad signs, the good omens and the bad omens. And it sounds like to me that you're actually seeing you're paying attention to those things. And if you stay locked in like that, you're going to be there. And,
I appreciate that.
for sure.
We got 10.
Yeah.
All right. So earlier you said you have 4 daughters.
I do. Yeah.
Did we say that in this? Oh,
No.
That was a conversation outside of the podcast.
So I might have said it in this,
Okay.
but we could bring it back.
Right. So you have 4 daughters.
I got 4 daughters.
There you go.
I got 4 daughters back to back, and I got a little man.
Then you have a little man.
Yeah, I got a little man. Little man,
yeah,
he was just born.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember we were. Yeah,
He was
last
just
week.
born in January.
There you
So
go.
I got
Yeah.
five beautiful
of 'em.
kids.
There
Yeah.
you go. My question to you would be, now, say your oldest daughter asks you, Dad, why do you work so hard? What would your response be?
So that's a really good question. I keep them pretty much in the loop of everything that I got going on. Communication is key.
Yeah.
I explain to them what's going on. I talk to them every day, and not only that, I make sure that I put some energy while I devote my energy to them while I'm there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that you go on when you have a business and you have a full-time job and you have a full-time family. It's you only have 24 hours in a day, but if you're able to manage your energy, if you're able to dedicate 20 minutes to your kids, full dedication to one of your children, and so they could feel that you see them and they see you, that's where really that's really where the magic's at. Because I could be in the living room. I could be in the living room just sitting there for an hour, but am I talking to them? Am I communicating with them? Am I asking them, good questions and telling them how their day was or how my day was, or telling funny jokes or, problems, health things, God, what are you eating, concerns, just putting in your,
So being present.
just being present,
Yeah.
being present.
There you go. It's cool just to hear that. And also, I was talking to a gentleman I work with, and he tells me the same thing. Like we work so much, and by the time he gets home, it's 8:00 at night. But he has a little daughter at home, and he has to. It's fun time for him. So he might have worked all day, but he hasn't seen his baby girl all day. So it's just like she's waiting for dad to come home, and now he gotta be playing dress up or playing dolls with his daughter for another 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours to just be present for her too. It's unfair to give your job your 8 hours and then 12, 13 hours, whatever it may be, and then go home and can't give your daughter 2, can't
Right.
give your daughter 3. So definitely understand that. That's definitely a father thing for sure. I haven't experienced that, but yeah, I like that. That's dope. What was the last? Are we running down to the last couple?
Running down to the last one, man. I got one for you right here. Let's see. What advice would you give somebody that wants to start a podcast and they're nervous to do it?
Just do it. Just do it. Literally. Once you start doing it, once you find that rhythm, there's nothing that's gonna be able to stop you. So I would say just do it. Like if you're thinking about doing something, just do it. The worst thing could happen is it fails. And then in the back of your mind, you're not thinking like, oh, what if I would have started a podcast? What if I would have did this? No matter what it is that you want to do, I would say just jump off the porch and do it. That's what I would say. I feel like that would be my message to them.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people just think about certain things, and for me, I was the same way. It was the thought in the back of my head. But once you start doing it, if you fall in love with it, it's like nothing can stop you. It's just like a train that can't be stopped. I would say just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. and just jump off the porch and do it. But coming down to the last couple questions, you know how I end all podcasts. What is one piece of advice you would give to the younger Angel? He comes up to you and says, "What's our future like?" Or anything. What's a piece of advice you would give?
So the future, or
It don't have to be future. What's just a piece of advice you would give to your younger self? You
Okay.
know everything growing up from 3 years old coming to Rhode Island to now. So there's just a piece of advice that would get you through that a little bit smoother.
So that's a really good question. And that's something that I would like to think about it. Right? And what I would like to say to my younger self is be present. Be present and have faith. And everything always works out.
I like that. Next question. How would you define success?
Success? So success means multiple things to me, but being truly happy is the number one thing. Just having a healthy family, waking up and being able to provide is a beautiful thing.
I love that. And just to piggyback on the last two answers that you gave, the presence thing that's key. Like a lot of people, you want to know keys to success is definitely like just be present. Be there. You was present for your kids when you go home and things of that nature. I definitely like that. I feel like I kind of skipped over that, but and then to be truly happy is super. I feel like that's super important.
It's everything.
That's everything.
Yeah,
as long as
what
you're
are you doing
happy.
Why you got $20 million, $100 million, and you're broke. Miserable? You could keep that. I don't need none of that. You know, I want to be happy. I want my family to be happy.
Yep.
I want everybody to have a healthy mind, have a healthy soul, and just keep going.
That's key. Last question is, who would you like to see on that seat right there going through this process? You see so many, you've seen all my podcasts, who would you like to see sitting in that seat?
I would like to give a challenge then to my partner right now. Okay. You know what I mean? Yo, Raul, I want to see him in this hot seat right here, ready to go,
Yes, sir. Raul, we got to get you on here, brother. We got to get you going. I love that.
He has an amazing story.
I believe it. Yeah. And then even for us, I gotta get you back on this seat.
Oh, we got more to do.
Yeah, we got. Oh, yeah. Because I want to dive a little bit more deeper too. So I definitely appreciate you. I know it's a last minute thing. Definitely appreciate you.
Always, my guy.
Making it happen for me.
Yes, sir.
But it was a pleasure. That's a wrap. Keys to success number 4. These things is flying by. Yo. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on 4.
Let's go.
But yeah, that's a wrap. Appreciate you again, brother. Yeah. Any last words? I know I didn't get to ask.
No, that was, it was perfect. Just keep doing your thing, man. I love how involved you are. I love how much dedication you're putting into your craft. And just remember, it's just one foot in front of the other. Just slowly but surely, it's a marathon. I know it's a little cliche right now, but it's the truth, and you're doing a great job.
My guy. And that's it. Appreciate you, brother.